In this video, we're going to learn how to save time handling objects. As a developer, you've probably noticed that setting up the look and feel of your user interface is usually the most time-consuming part of your development phase. So far, we've already used several time-saving devices: Page Zero, inherited forms, templates, and so on. Now let's look at some key ways for optimizing in terms of selections, moving objects, and form navigation. The right combination of shortcuts is the best way to go about it. Let's close all the open windows. Alt-click on any window close box. Then let's open page 0 of the navigation form. In addition to the standard copy, paste, and select all, here are some essential tips for optimum efficiency. To select all objects of the same type on a form page, right-click, then choose Select Similar Objects. You'll see that they're all selected automatically. To set the properties of an object as the standard for all subsequent objects of the same type, for example, a thermometer with a display of 80 to 90 with a blue-colored bold font, first, right-click on the object and choose Use as Template. Then, all future thermometers added will automatically have these same characteristics. We can set a template for each type of object. To open the object method, we've already seen Alt-click on the object directly, or right-click to choose Object Method. To select or deselect several objects, Shift-click removes or adds an object to the selection. To select with a mouse, you can just draw a selection rectangle and all objects touched by it are included in the selection. Unless we hold down the Alt key while drawing the rectangle, in which case only objects that are completely inside the rectangle are included. Here are a few more tips. Use the arrow keys to move an object pixel by pixel. Holding down Shift and the arrow keys lets you move the object step by step. The step size is set in the preferences. Holding down Control and the arrow keys, or Command on Mac, enlarges or reduces the object size. And when you hold down the Control and Shift with the arrow keys, the object is enlarged or reduced by one step size at a time. To go directly to page 0 of a form, we've already seen that Alt-clicking on any object found on page 0 will take you straight there. However, the second Alt-click opens the Object method. You can also access tools using shortcuts. We can let go of the mouse here. If you press T, the Text Type tool is selected. F for access to the Fields and Variables tool. L for list boxes. P for pop-up menus. B for buttons. R for radio buttons. C for checkboxes. I for indicators. S for drawing tools such as rectangles, lines, circles, and more. D for splitters. X for plugins. Z for the zoom tool. H for the hand tool used to move the form. And for the arrow tool, you'll just click it directly. The tool for entry order is different. When a specific entry order is required for a form, for instance in the case of an input form, this tool shows the order in which the objects will be tabbed. Of course, you can redraw it entirely and specify which objects are going to be accessed and in what order. To restore the default order, just draw a frame around a couple of the fields and the original order is immediately restored. In other words, starting from top left to bottom right. Implementing these shortcuts can save you a considerable amount of time when setting up forms.